¿Qué? This is a recognition of the numerous contributions that You're watching ZNBC's main news, and just now we take a break. We have more stories coming up before we be back shortly.
You're muted, John. I can't hear you.
And nobody said nothing. Okay, fantastic. At Facebook, you are hearing me. I think YouTube suffered a lot because somebody muted me by accident. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the point is, you are an employee or a businessman or whatever category, you are still a businessman or woman. Apologies, YouTube, we're going to fix it. We're going to get a recorded one from Facebook and then upload it on the system. Okay, excellent. So we are going to look at a component. How do you pay yourself? The first category, we clear it. For those who are in a full-time contract at work, you get a salary and they give you a pay slip. And that when that money comes in, you manage your own money. You know how to manage. That's not what I'm talking about. I want to talk about how do you pay yourself. For an outright businessman or woman, you have a contract with this company, they pay you 10,000 pounds, or they pay you 8,000 kwacha, or they pay you 8,000 shillings, whatever currency it is. Thank you for those from Uganda, from Tanzania, from Kenya, from Zambia, from Nigeria, from Congo, from China. Welcome. That is where business is made or broken. Let me give you some tips on how to pay yourself. When you get a transaction coming in, I always recommend have 2 bank accounts. You are the director of this company. That is not you. It is an opponent, even though it's called after your name. Let's say, for example, Mutonga Limited, and you're also Mutonga. Or David Limited, you're also David. Or Simukoko Limited, you're also Simukoko. There are 2 different people here, okay? This company and you, although you founded it, you are 2 different people. Therefore, you need 2 different bank accounts. Now, here's a trick. When money comes for business, the invoice you write to that company that owes you or to a person that owes you must be in the name of David Limited, or Mutonga Limited, or Simukoko Limited, or Atega Limited. You get my point? It must be in that name, not in your name. That is called stealing. You are stealing from your own business. That is called stealing. If you write it in your name, you have stolen. Take yourself to the police. Go, so, sir, your honorable police have stolen. From whom? From myself. Okay? Seriously speaking, write the invoice in the name of a business. Now the question comes, Doc, you mean if I earn 10,000 pounds, it must all go in my business account? The answer is yes. In the first place, they paid you because of your business products or services. Now, that money, you've earned it on the 10th of October. The month is 30th of October. In your house, you don't have much food. You say, here's a chance now. I say, I'm going to split the invoice in 2 parts. 10% they write it in my name, 90% in the business name. You are a thief. You have stolen 10%. Stop stealing from your business. This is how bad it is. I'm coaching you some good stuff. Write the whole invoice 100% in the business name. Okay? But how do you pay yourself? That's a big question. The first category, full-time employed, is the easiest because the company that you are servicing through your business skills that you are rendering, they send it straight to your account and they send you a payslip. But those guys are self-employed, sole traders, even limited company owners. This is where the trick is. Each year your accountant writes the books, you are making a loss. But the money that comes in through the business looks bigger. Where is the money going? You are stealing your own money because you do not allow the money to go through the business account first before you pay yourself. Now, this is what you do. Let the money go straight into the business account. Find a day in the month or weekly where you say, this is my payday. Some businessmen or women may choose to pay themselves every Friday on a weekly basis, like England. England is an interesting place, the UK, let me say. There's some companies that pay you weekly. In fact, most companies pay you weekly. This where it goes with agencies, they pay you weekly. You can use the same model. You pay yourself weekly on the same day of the week. If it's a Friday, it's a Friday. How much would you pay yourself as a business owner? Don't be too greedy. Like every money that comes from the business, you suck it. You say suck. Don't be a sponge. Be generous to the business. Why? You are not the only one in that company. The people you are using to help you needs to be paid as well. So you're going to work out a certain percentage ratio. How do you do that? Look at your weekly needs for you as a business owner. Number one, your gas and electricity. Number two, your water. These are called essential bills. Even when you have a big debt, they are looking at how are you managing these bills, your mortgage and your rent. Once you clear these ones, your percentage can be worked out. Plus food, you see, some of you have got too many shoes. You don't want to buy any more shoes. You've got only 2 feet. How many shoes can you wear? 100? No. Fellow African. I watched a clip from one country, I won't mention it. This guy on Channel 4, he said, for him, clothes is everything. He doesn't care whether there's food in the house. He needs to show, when he goes out on the weekend, people must see that he's got a beautiful shoe. Snake skin. I said, Lord Almighty, help us. That is wastage. So you set a day. Now, when the money comes, don't touch it until Friday. You pay yourself. You write yourself an invoice to this company and you draw based on the invoice. You understand that? If you choose to pay yourself monthly, wait for the month end. But most businessmen don't really work that way. It's better you pay yourself short term, maybe every 2 weeks, you pay yourself so that you don't draw it out of the pocket. That is a discipline. You would never take yourself to the police if you do that. That is how you pay yourself. I've got about 6 minutes and I'll be done. Then we can have a chat. This way, even if you went into a public office, maybe you're a mayor, a PS, whatever they have voted you in, you behave the same prudent way. Don't think when you go in those big offices, that's when you change. No, you become worse. The way you manage your business, the way you manage yourself is the same way, I guarantee you, you're going to manage your business. You're going to manage your staff. You're going to manage your money. If I see some people that are really broke, but they always make money, it is because they do not understand how money works and the difference between themselves and the business. I won't go to other areas where people make their houses as banks. One day where you're hiding your money in your house, rats are actually eating, you know. You hope you find all your dollars have been eaten, chopped in half. Then you go to the bank and say, hey, what happened to all this money? How did your rats eat money? So learn to bank. Okay, I'll end there. Let me allow some comments. I don't want to talk a lot. So this part has how you pay yourself. Whether you're a sole trader or a limited company, always have two accounts, your own personal account and the business account. You write invoices in the name of the business, not in the invoices in the name of your personal. That is stealing. You're stealing from who? From yourself. If you steal from yourself, take yourself to court, just like you can take a person who steals from you. And in fact, if you don't steal from yourself, nobody will ever steal from you. It's like a spirit, you know. They say, this one is a thief. He's stealing from herself or himself. Let other people steal from them. That's how it works. So close the loop. You are the first loop. That's how you get paid. And foundation, you find that working and living in the UK will become very easy. Why? Because the UK is a place of bills. And they don't stop. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. Monday to Friday, they're coming in. They don't give up, you know, until you pay. But if you're disciplined, you can actually take some of the invoices as they come in. You determine based on the potential outgoings from your account as your the basic salary. Then put a little margin there because it's your own business, you know. Once a business grows, you can take out more. You increase your own wage. So you put yourself on invoice, or you can also put yourself on the payroll. Two things as a business owner. You can put yourself on the invoice as self-employed. You render the services to your own company. The company pays you. Or you can put yourself on the payroll such that they pay you as you earn and they send you a payslip. This is your company. The beauty of this, when you are set up properly, the HMRC, the Inland Revenue, look at you favorably. You begin to enjoy other benefits. This is John Lukomona on Friday Business Seminar. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare your comments based on the topic and also ask questions as you come in. I'll allow people who are on Zoom to talk. Let me also share something on Facebook, share the page on Facebook. I think it's working very well. And also share those who are on YouTube. YouTube, I think we are live. Thank you, Matthew, for letting me know that actually I was muted. Other people are very polite enough because they didn't tell me yet to your story. I've shared that one. Also share to other pages so that people can learn on simple principles, which actually work very well. So I've shared to the college site, and I've also shared to Amaka Wingi, and I've also shared to other places. We've been running this program for 1 year, 6 months now, and we are so delighted that it's making an impact. A few people are actually learning, and they call this their school, which is awesome. But I invite you to a formal school and join the entrepreneurship course in the Westminster Open College. There you go. I've shared mine. As I'm sharing, those who are watching on Facebook, do us a favor, share to your friends, let them learn these things, in particular those who are in business. I wanted to make it simple so that you live a better financial life. Yes. So far, so good. I can also testify that I've lived a better financial life through this kind of thinking and reasoning. Fantastic. Now, may I open up to those people on Zoom. I'll put you on speakers. Facebook people, you won't be able to see their faces, but you'll be able to hear their voices. Unmute yourself if you want to ask a question or you want to contribute on that, and let's discuss it. Unmute yourself. You are very welcome indeed. Who wants to go first? Excellent. Okay. Maybe you're talking. Go live, sir. Welcome, sir.
No, I thought you just said unmute yourself. So, okay. Hello, everyone. Well, it's good to hear. I mean, that's very, very good advice on the, especially it's like accounting, running a business. So basically, you're right. You can't afford to have HMRC coming after you when you pay yourself too much and not recording what. So we need to. That is very, very important to do, especially here. They'll always follow you. I mean, they'll give you a grace period,
Of course.
but after the grace period, you say, okay, now you find the letters coming in, and those letters will be wanting you to fill in your, your
Returns.
your returns, and if you all that. So that's literally very important practice, which we need to do. Maybe transfer it even to Zambian business, colleagues, because I don't see much of that in Zambia. When you see, it's like when you are self-employed, it means everything goes in your pocket, and then you don't even leave the capital itself. You just finish up everything, and which is not advisable. So I like the article, which is, this lady was just talking on assemblies of men of God, saying most of us come with the attitude of employees and come to begin business. And therefore we start thinking, okay, first I better buy a posh office, as I better have a good, all these, furniture and all the things that don't even make you money. Then you end up, sitting there and you haven't even got a customer yet. So that's not a good business. Start business from home, and start it from home, maybe from your kitchen, from your spare room or something like that. Those are things which we need to look at, So the mentality basically has to change as, not employee, but now you are the boss of your own, but you're a boss to others also. So you need to take care of the money, like you are saying, for the sake of others who are going to be your employees, and for yourself. So you got to make money. Let the business make money.
That's right.
So that's very, very important. Yeah.
Excellent.
So now that's it.
Yes. Let's hear Atega. Atega in Uganda. Unmute yourself and make a comment on that. How do you understand that? Atega, are you there, or you able to make a comment? Thank you, Matthew, for that. While Atega is trying to unmute herself, I do agree. Sometimes when we're trying to start a business, we go and start buying things which are not even necessary. Try and streamline your business, spend where it is necessary. Especially your marketing budget must be there, number one, very important. Atege Cars, are you there? Okay, let's have David Simkoko. Your comment. Okay, David, yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I think this is very important, and it's very practical here in Africa. I've seen it amongst our politicians, whereby when they go in office, they want to amass wealth to themselves. And yesterday I was driving this vehicle, tomorrow is in a Porsche vehicle, and they are not really going there to save. And I think that's the same principle that we take even to business. There is no such discipline that I'm going to put, since it's my business, I'm in charge, and I will not be so disciplined that I have to demarcate that this is my capital, this is my profit, and I have to, even if I have to eat, I have to end here, and I need to grow as a businessman. There isn't that discipline here in Africa, and I think coming under such kind of mentorships is really helpful, and it will help us, because I've seen people. I've done business before. Like I was in transport business before, and I suffered that. Like whereby you are not so disciplined to a level where you don't even have money to repair your own vehicle whenever you have a breakdown. So that's very helpful. And if we are to grow in any form of business, either in personal businesses, maybe you are working for a company, you are working even for a government, you need to have such skills. I think that's going to help us go a long way, and even leave an inheritance for people that are going to come after us, and probably even transfer the same knowledge to our children and our children's children, because they need that. Yes, because that's where we are lagging behind as Africa. I think it's an African problem. Like everyone who is doing a business, whereby you talk about accountability, it's 1 out of 10. And those few people that are really accountable and disciplined, they're the ones that are making it. Otherwise, you'll be in business today, tomorrow you'll be asking for money for capital, but you are capital enough to actually make you go even maybe 10, 20 years in business. But what we lack is discipline. Capital people have, but discipline. And I think coming under such kind of mentorships, it will really help us. And we are learning. Personally, I've enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Welcome, David, on that. Mentorship is available at the Westminster Open College. We began this program for entrepreneurship 2010. We developed our own beautiful syllabus on entrepreneurship, how to execute or launch a new business and everything that you need to learn. And people that started following us, I remember one lady from Uganda in 2018 when she graduated. She said she's into hospitality. She said she always sold out, that restaurant always sold out the food, but was the most broke person on earth. If you had to put 10 people are broke, she'd be number one. Then she never understood what was the reason. Now, when she joined the entrepreneurship course, the first 2 lessons, our brain popped. So, oh, I know my mistake. When we began talking about this, your business, no, this is you, this is your business. Money coming in, they must go first in the business account, then pay yourself proportionally. What they used to do was, on a very good day, they've sold out nicely. Now to please the people, the workers, they say, guys, we've sold out. Now before we go home, go and change. Let's go and celebrate. Now they go to another restaurant, a posh one. So the boss sponsors everybody. And they used to do this a lot. When she learned this, within a month, he says, Doc, I'm wealthy. I cannot believe. It is that knowledge mentality. Once you are taught the right thing and you discipline yourself, I guarantee you have money in your pocket. My wife calls me, I'm a hoarder. Because if you give me money, I hold it. I can keep £1,000 for you for 6 years. You know that, without touching it. If you tell me don't touch it, I'll do that for you. I discipline my heart. One of the things that we say in mentorship on money, when you see money and your heart goes boom, boom, you're not ready. When you see money, just see as if it's not there. Then you are ready to handle money. That's a very important point, David, you have come in. Now, I take Geka, I don't know if she's live on there. Matthew, want to come in on the point of, you mentioned when you go into public office. Let me approach people on Facebook. I've got Priska, and I've got Evans, welcome. And I've got Kao Mamwetwa, hey, how is Wansha? Excellent. And I've got, is that Naila Piri? Yes, hi, perfect. Other names have disappeared in there underneath this radar. Okay, yeah, I can put them down. Wonderful. That's it, Chileshe. Hi, perfect. Oh, so you can actually add people now. I've discovered by mistake. You can actually add people on Facebook to come live. Yeah.
Yes.
I won't do it live in case I just make a mistake and it closes. By mistake. Now, next week, Facebook, I'm going to invite you to talk live. I've discovered by mistake. I like it. Now, talk about that discipline that goes into public office. Sometimes we shout at people when they go into public office, and yet even ourselves, because we never discipline ourselves financially, we could make the same mistake. How do we correct this? Should we have mentorship? Should we introduce this in schools? What's your point of view? Atega, are you able to speak? Unmute yourself. Okay, Matthew, pick it up. Should we introduce this in schools? Should we introduce only in seminars like this? What's your thinking?
My thinking actually right now is like now that we have the freedom of the president who is opening up for us to have, access to help to the country in anywhere that, the knowledge we have gained from here, it is very important. And I think it is time schools started teaching business in Zambia, especially in Zambia and Africa as a whole, I think, because it is very, very, the Zambian mentality of business is what we used to call when we were kids, young, I'm a deal. I'm a deal. We want to make a deal and go and spend it.
So when you speak, we've got a wider audience here, Africa audience is here,
Yeah.
So make a reference to Africa, because I saw a caption on Botswana. They are thinking the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Botswana, I saw that one too.
You saw that one, yeah? They
Yeah.
want to start teaching financial literacy in school, which I support.
That's, to me, I would say we'll just start the business course should be done a holistic way. You see what I mean? Not just the finance. Okay, finance is important, but holistically, people should finish education and think, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to start a business. Minority starts at small, but let it be a business that you say, oh, I want to make money. Business doesn't start big, start small. So from there, let the kids start learning the foundation of how you can start a business, and incorporate all the other subjects which are involved. Every subject is involved in business. So you can do the engineering, the science, the maths, the English, all those civic, all those subjects can be incorporated in that. And therefore we can start developing the curriculum. I'm thinking, in fact, I'll talk to you, Komona. We need to write a curriculum for Zambia education, definitely on this. Because I teach design and technology. And when I come to graphics and, we do the marketing and product, when we do the product design, we incorporate everything in it. We do design a product, how we can market it, and how we can advertise it. So those are part of the subjects which needs to be introduced in Zambia, or Africa as a whole, basically, where we have to start grounding mindset change of our people. The next generation should have a mindset of totally, business minded, and not to think of just employee going to work. You ask a student now, they'll say, oh, I want to work for the mines. I want to work for the bank. I want to work for, these, but we need to get the kids that they can say, oh, I'm going to start my own business. Or even while they're at school, they should start doing small businesses, whichever they can lay their hands. If it means selling something, that's business. So we need to encourage the students, the schools, especially the curriculum, I think should change basically. We need to change this stuff of history and all that, which is old stuff like Shaka, the Zulu, like the Botswana say, those things are waste of time now, because high-tech technology is the key. Like the president said in his address, he says technology is going to take us out of this poverty issue. So we need this to develop, to have the technology from young age, from young age, let the kids start learning about business so that we can have, a generation that will think about finance and getting the country not in debt, but out of debt, and more, literally everybody should be thinking, okay, we can make money, save the money, and, not just to spend the money. Because Zambians politicians, like we have seen the past, the past government, it was a spending mentality. You see what I was saying?
Okay,
my deal work with it.
Okay, let's move on. I want you to make a wider view on Africa.
Okay.
that's a good example. So let me see. Hi, Priska Kasimoto. Good to see you there online. Facebook, I've just discovered how to get you people on board. If you want you on board, just signal me. I can bring you in. I've just discovered now by mistake. So it's excellent. And if you want to do, just type your comments. Tegeka, I want you to say something. Don't be scared. When you come on this program, you must say something. Atega in Uganda, come in. Unmute yourself and say something.
Hello, good evening, Doctor.
Good evening, that's better, perfect.
I
Yes.
am so grateful. I am so grateful of the talk today. And I have learned that it is very important for us to love our business, start and put in more effort so that it can grow. Because the moment we start a business, we have to put in a lot of love for that business. And at the end of it all, when you pay yourself, it is an added incentive to our business. And it helps it to grow as well.
Excellent.
Amen.
I like that. Now,
because sometimes when we start business, we tend to ignore it, or we tend to ignore other factors and bring back all the money to ourselves. We are like, it's my business, let me enjoy it, let me have fun, let me use the money the way I want. And at the end of it all, you may find yourself collapsing. So it is always important to love whatever we do and put in more effort for the business to grow.
Excellent.
She's agree.
You touch on an important point. Sometimes people say, oh, I need to enjoy my business. Yes, you can, but you have to save up for that enjoyment. Like, for example, every year we do have what they call German markets towards Christmas. The themes come. I think this week, all the way to December, there'll be German markets. They bring beautiful food there, man. There's a sausage, as long as this. So I told my wife, I've saved up a 10 pounds. All I'm gonna go to the German market. They gave me a big sausage. I enjoyed it. I didn't break the bank for that. Equally, on the same ratio, you can treat yourself. If you're men, I went to this, I'll be providing some very beautiful cars, high-end cars, beautiful cars. Those guys, you people are making a lot of money and you want to treat yourself, talk to me. So I sat in one of these beautiful cars, beautiful. It's got a television and the seats. And I said, wow, this is nice. I'll be saying those ones. They've come under my radar. So if you've made enough good money and you want to treat yourself, you are allowed, because it is above the profits. You see, you treat yourself because the business has done so well. Self-treatment is not breaking your bank, it's not stealing from your business. You have saved up, you treat yourself. It's equally for those who are in full-time employment, you are still a businessman or woman. There's some places where you have to treat yourself. But the way you treat yourself is save in bits. Stash money away. Stash money away. When it's so much, save it, go and buy. And this brings me to a point for those people, I beg your pardon, who are keen to come and live and work in the UK. Believe me, you can be so broke in the UK and yet money is coming in your hands. And on the other hand, you can make money and make it work for you. Maybe it's laughing. For me,
I know that.
For me, I never buy a car on hire purchase. Never.
No.
I save up, then I go pay cash. I know it's mine. What I don't like is, if I'm tired, I don't want to do much work, I have to take my holiday. And as a businessman, when you take a holiday away from your business, you delegate, you're going to be spending money on people that are running for you. And you're going to have less income because you saved up to take yourself on holiday. Now, I don't want to think, oh, my direct debit might bounce. I need to do some more work. I don't like that. For those who are planning to come and live in the Western world, You can buy everything on a hire purchase from your house to, if it's a TV in the house, TV, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And
At your fingertip.
Yeah, you look so beautiful. Now monthly bill is coming. £200 for TV, £200 for the car, before you know, 1,008 goes to
gas,
pay.
electricity.
You see now. So be disciplined. Some things don't go and do hire purchase. You might qualify for credit. They say, oh, you can take a loan. You qualify, your credit record is looking good. No, don't take it. You don't need it. You only take it if it's going to be invested in a business to multiply the money.
Okay, we can see a face now from to the picture, to the voice.
And
hello.
Wakiso. You unmute yourself. Keep unmuted now. Keep unmuted. Don't mute yourself anymore. Keep unmuted.
Okay.
Yeah, we are conversing now. Are you Wakiso?
She's Galaxy.
No, that's Ategekas. Are you in Wakiso, Atega, Kampala?
No, yeah, I am.
Wakiso?
Yes, I am.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
I know Uganda. So let's talk about buying things on hire purchase. What's your view? Let's start with David. We've got about 10 minutes.
I think it's not first and foremost as a believer. I think it's really not something recommendable, and because I've seen how people really struggle when the bills now start accumulating, they can't take care of their families and cater for certain things that they should do. People didn't even go into extremes of even borrowing from others just so that they can survive as a family. So I think it's really not a very good principle. I cannot advise someone to do that. And if you are doing business and you are getting things on hire purchase, like things, because people can be in business and then they're expecting that the business will be servicing this, they may get it. I think it will also be siphoning from your business. You cannot go far in business because like you get a fridge, you get a TV, you buy a vehicle, and then believing that your business will start paying for that later on, but not knowing that as you are paying for that, it will affect even not just your profits. You'll not expand and grow as a businessman, but it may also affect your starting capital. So I think it's not a very good principle. Then you talked about taking this the business courses, the entrepreneurship. Can we introduce it in schools? Or can we take it further in Africa? Yes, I think it's very important for Africa to have this principle, to learn it, especially the new generation that is coming up. These others that are already saving, they may be already collapsed and it may be very difficult to deal with. But if this can be enshrined in people that are growing, people that are just popping up, we may have a different gem with a different worldview, because what we have is a very long worldview about business. People think business is just for people that do not have what to do, or something that you do just a part-time thing, not something that you can be involved in fully, and something that can be you can do as a family. Like you don't go for work like every other person, and people do not regard actually business as work. They just regard it as something you do, maybe leisure, or something that you do that can be bringing money just to supplement on the already existing income that you have, a stable income that you have. So if I have such a worldview about business, I will not pay much attention, even think of diversifying, even think of disciplining myself while I'm in business. So yeah, that's my contribution, Joe.
Excellent. Let's pick up on that.
Yeah, that's a very, very good example that people, especially having the mentality of thinking that business is for people that don't have work, you know, and those that want to do the business, they do the business while working, you know, after work, maybe thinking after work, then I can go do the business. But surely business is, they don't realize that they are employed by a businessman, you know, who is making money. They are making money for the businessman. That's why you have our Chinese in, you know, having all the companies, and the people are employed even at a lower, you know, they paid so low, they don't even mind because they've got a job. They seem secure. It's a security mentality of employees that once you're in a company, you feel like, okay, this is the best thing, you know, I can't even go sell some eggs or, you know, just to make some extra income. So I think basically that's true. The business, we need to put this needs to be drummed into our minds as Africans, and even our children coming up shouldn't be falling short even in this time. We need to give them this education and transfer it to them that we have learned in the wrong way. We've been there, we failed, we tried, we failed, but now we need to give you this. Start, try it. And I'm thinking, even at the moment, the ones who are in high schools, you know, and even university guys don't even think about business.
That's right.
They're thinking of, oh, which company should I go for? Oh, I better get a course that which I will do. I will get a job. I want to do doctorate. I want to do engineering. So the mentality is totally different. You know, it's only for employment. But we need to drum into them that, okay, start. I'm thinking of university curriculum where you're having a grouping of business grouping, basically, to do in their subjects and start saying, okay, can you produce a product in your subject and let's have it marketed and sold? You know, see how that's basically business. You're an engineer, you'll be working for a businessman. You're a doctor, you'll be working for a businessman. So how are you gonna do so? Let's work out this. That it's a business is holistic, isn't it? We don't realize that. I think the mentality, I would give an example, just one more point, Doc. You know, in Zambia, because we had the government, the mines, these two entities were our basic, you know, security. If you're finishing school, you thought, oh, I'm going to work for the mines, or I'm going to work for the government, the two entities. You didn't think, you thought also of big companies. You know, you have the big companies there, okay, I'm going to go to, you know, all these parastatal companies. That's where we were thinking of. That was our thought, mind thought. But now you have these companies have been broken up, you know, so people are so scared that it's only the government and the mines. They think the mines have no much work now because of technology. So where are we? No, so people are stuck in the middle, not knowing what, even if when they finish education, they end up stuck and don't know where to go. You know, so we need to bring that back into, you know.
Excellent. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it for yourself. Hello, Stacey Smith. Good to see you watching there. Next week, I've now discovered on how to add people on Facebook and have a conversation. I'm now educated. I just pressed by mistake somewhere and it worked. So thank you so much for joining us today. In summary, let's have a better, wider view about yourself, the skills you render to a company, whether on full-time employment, on the payroll, you are still a businessman or woman. Whether you are a sole trader, businessman or woman. Whether you have a limited company, you are still a businessman or woman. You must always have two accounts. This one is for the business, this one is for you. When you write an invoice, it must be written in the name of this company or this company, whether sole trader or limited company, whatever it is, a partnership, you must write invoice in the name of that one. If you want to pay yourself, write an invoice to this company, it pays you. Pay yourself on a regular basis, either weekly or every fortnight or monthly, by writing an invoice to this person. The moment you write an invoice in the name of you, you are a thief. Stop stealing, so that business can grow. And the same character that you have will be translated in your business. I believe that you're going to be prudent and run your business efficiently. And I want to thank you for being attentive. Some of the points raised in the community here, as we discussed, was that in African curriculum, let us teach business and financial intelligence at a lower level, from grade 1 up to all the way through education. We must have this. And let's minimize things which don't matter. How many legs as a mosquito? Okay, that's good enough for medicine.
Amoeba.
Those are good. Let's do 10% of that as well. We need the knowledge, but 90%, let's emphasize where we are good at, which is why bargaining with investors becomes difficult, because we don't know the value of our resources. Now it has come across Africa. And since we have got a college and a university, all the parties that are proposing, we're going to have a private meeting afterwards. In the course of the week, we look at including in our existing curriculum some of these ideas. Then we can sell it to the whole African community, including some of our brothers and sisters in the United Kingdom and other Western worlds. They also have issues there. So we can make this as big as it can be. See you next time. Signing off, but still present with you. Ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook, bye. Those on Zoom, don't go away yet. We just have a chat. Perfect. If you want to have a chat on Facebook with us, you must sign in Zoom. Thank you. Bye, Facebook. And we are going to say bye to YouTube. Let's just say bye to YouTube.